Hi guys, welcome to the Friday vlog, and I hope you're all having a great day. TGIF to all. So today I am doing something a little bit different. Instead of having a vlog topic, today is going to be more a 21 question list asked. Some of the questions, so I guess this is going to be more like a get to know me vlog. So, question number one was, what's the weirdest dream you've ever had? Personally, I have to say, I have a really hard time recalling dreams. I have done what they call a dream journal. And the dream journal was done on the premise of if you have a dream, you automatically wake up and write it down so you can recall it the next day. I guess the strangest dream I've ever had, I guess strange and weirdest would go hand in hand, would be, um, there's a couple of cemetery videos I've done, and I call it the cemetery in the woods because it sits off of a main highway, and I was trapped in there and I couldn't get out, even though there are plenty of exits to it. But, we all have those dreams where we're just wandering around and you can't find the exit. So I would have to say that's probably my weirdest dream that I've ever had. So question number 2 is, if you could travel to any year in time in a time machine, what year would you choose and why? Honestly, I have to say I would travel back to probably 1976 and get a chance to meet my dad and have a conversation with him. I was really young when he passed of stage 4 cancer. So I think that was 2 weeks after my birthday. So yeah, definitely I would like to travel back and actually, if I could be in my age now and have a conversation, that would definitely be it. So question number 3 that was asked is, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? I think, well, besides some of the choices I've made, I think the biggest thing I would change, and I have, is having the confidence in myself to get things accomplished and do better, which I've done. So I feel confident that I've actually done this. So it goes to question number 4. What's one, making the questions mixed? No, question number 4. What's one of the most fun childhood memories you have? Honestly, I have to say, growing up, I have no complaints. We grew up on a 600-acre farm. My grandfather had retired by then from farming, but we had cows, chickens, and 600 acres to explore. So I think that was my best memories of the ATVs, stuff like that, growing up. That was definitely my favorite memory. Along with, we had a cabin on a lake. And for 1 week in the summer, my grandparents would take us up there. And I cherish those memories even to this day. So going to question number 5. If you could have dinner with a famous person, living or dead, who would you choose? Oh, that's a tough one, guys. That's a really tough one. I can't think of an answer to that one right offhand. Wow. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to pass on that question at the moment because I really can't. I'm not one of those that are. Okay, maybe I do have one. A famous person or an author, I'd love to speak with Janet Ivanovich. She writes a series, the Stephanie Plum series, and I absolutely love those books. I've read every single one of them, and I look forward to the release of all the novels. It's just been great. So yeah, I guess if I had to choose to have dinner with somebody, that would definitely be interesting to do. Okay, so to question number 6. What's your favorite movie to watch over and over again? I have 2 of them. The first one is Titanic, and the second one would be The Great Gatsby. I've watched those movies over and over and over again. So question number 7 is asked, what's your favorite season of the year? Well, being from New England, I definitely have to say summer is my favorite. Hands down. I love the warm weather. And yeah, definitely summer. Fall is the second. Spring I always look forward to. And winter I absolutely detest. So that would be my answer for question number 7. So another question asked was, who is your celebrity crush? 2 growing up. The first one was probably Jan Michael Vincent in Airwolf, and the second was Don Johnson for Miami Vice. Ooh, in question number 9, what is your biggest fear? Oof. As far as my biggest fear, snakes. Snakes are absolutely my biggest fear. Second would definitely be heights, but I can overcome heights. Snakes, I am going to take a while to get used to. So number 10, the question was asked, what's the wildest thing you've ever done? I think the wildest thing I've ever done is rode a dirt bike down from the top of a hill, only to find out I couldn't stop it and ditch it in a brook. Definitely the wildest I've done. So question number 11, and this question asks, what's the best advice you've ever received? Best advice I've ever received is definitely the phrase, stay in your lane. And the second would be F-O-F-A. Well, F-A-F-O. Fuck around and find out. I'm a big believer in that. So number 12, the question asks, what's a bad habit you had that you've been able to overcome? I definitely have to say, as of October of last year, I got rid of my smoking habit. I've had a couple of fall off the wagon moments, but definitely that's been my biggest thing to overcome. So on to question number 13. What's your dream road trip destination? Well, having been an over-the-road truck driver, I've gotten to see majority of the United States, and I've enjoyed all that extremely. My dream destination is and always will be Florida. I absolutely love Florida, and that is definitely going to be my retirement destination. And yes, my plans are, as of right now, in October of 2024, I am going to buy a house down in Florida. So that is definitely my destination. So question number 13 is asked. I'm sorry, I just answered question number 13. Question number 14. What's your favorite food of all time? Hands down, pizza was my favorite. Now that I can't eat pizza any longer, my favorite dish would have to be a Maine Italian sandwich. So if you don't know what a Maine Italian sandwich is, I suggest you Google it. It is delicious. So question number 15 comes in, and they ask, what are 3 items on your bucket list? So my 3 would be my family heritage is Scottish. So I definitely want to travel to Scotland. And I do know of a cousin that still lives in Scotland, and I believe it's Edinburgh. And I would definitely love to be able to get a hold of her and visit if when I do make it to Scotland. My second would be traveling over to the United Kingdom. And number 3, well, it's always been to move to Florida. So that would be my third. And all 3 are going to come to fruition. So let's see. After bucket list, it asks, what's your biggest regret? Question number 16 was asked, what is your biggest regret? I don't look at this answer as a regret because I always say I'll see you later when I leave someplace. I don't like saying goodbyes, and I'll always tell you I'll see you later. Number 17 comes in, what's your favorite thing about yourself? Adaptability. Definitely. For me, my biggest thing for myself is adaptability. If you can roll with the punches, you can go a long way. And question number 18 comes in, what's the weirdest thing in your closet? The weirdest thing in my closet is probably my food scale. It's not something everybody keeps in their closet, but seeing I'm not using it, that would definitely be between that and a whole lot of other crap that I've stored in there. So it's food scale, and then all my camera equipment and ghost exploration equipment is in there. So question number 19 comes in and asks, if you had to guess what people appreciate you the question number 19, if you had to guess what people appreciate you the most, what would you say? If you had to guess what people appreciate you the most, what would they say? Depending on who said it. I mean, I'm a coffee lover. I'm a coffee connoisseur. I love Starbucks, Dunkies, and now I have had Tim Hortons. I am a top fan, so I'm a coffee connoisseur. And what do they appreciate? If you had who I would appreciate the most, it would definitely be my best friend, my son, and my family. And what would they say? If they had to say it about me, I would hopefully say I'm a caring and giving person, and I am absolutely the most selfless person you would ever meet. So that wraps up that question. And coming in at question number 20, what's your dream job? Definitely was going to be an FBI special agent growing up. Now that I'm an adult and living, I absolutely love my job as a benefit investigator. Also could be called a claims analyst. So I'm definitely doing my dream job now. And the last question is, if you could be part of a family on any TV show, which family would you choose? Ooh, easy. Dallas and the Ewings. At least growing up, that would have been my answer. Today, I'm not so much into watching. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and creators, so I'm not much on TV anymore. And the final question we have for today is, of all the personal questions I could ask you, what's the one you wouldn't want to answer? I don't think there's been any of the questions that were answered that I've answered that I wouldn't answer. I'm a pretty open and honest person. So, with that said, there are more questions. Oh, there is one. I'm going to answer this one. It's a very good one. The final question that it kind of goes into more questions, but I'm not going to bore y'all with that. The final question was, what's your biggest pet peeve when it comes to social media? And I definitely have to say, it is people not learning to stay in their lane and causing all kinds of drama for other creators. I think that everything, if you have a spat or a disagreement with somebody online, you need to take it offline and stop involving other people. That would be my answer to that. So I want to thank you all for joining for the 23 questions that I've answered today. I hope you enjoyed it and you got to learn a little bit more about me. If you like them, please, like I said, let me know in the comments, and we definitely can do another QA like this. And hopefully people will send in some questions. So I thank you for your time. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you on the next Monday vlog. Have a great day.